Hello everybody and welcome to my video. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, depending what time you are. It could be a nighttime, could be evening. Either way, I hope you're having a good one. I decided that I wanted to record myself drawing. Just for fun, just to see how this whole, thing, works. I'm still new to, this YouTube video stuff, kids nowadays are doing, but I thought I would record myself drawing. This character in particular is Billy. I've already started it a little bit before I decided I wanted to record myself. He's from Don't Starve Together, and he's from the Gorge event. I never actually officially participated in this event, but I did play a mod version of this game, and I had a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this character, despite him, he's just an NPC, he doesn't really do much, he just sells you stuff, but, anyway, that's not the point. So, basically, I thought I would, just draw and chat with you guys. I normally stream, but today I decided I would just pre-record myself doing this. So I guess I'll just explain what's happening. So around this area, I have my references up. I think they're good to have. And the reason why I have these pictures of Coraline and this concept art is usually when I'm drawing, I try to go for a theme, at least as of lately. And then this is just a picture of the treat he's holding. It's a jelly roll. And so because the Gorge event is pretty much you're just baking to satisfy this, I forgot what it's called, but there's just this thing that will turn you into a monster if you don't feed it. So you have to sacrifice a bunch of baked goods and all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. So I decided I wanted to go with this kind of cool and warm lighting for the picture. This is a picture of Billy. This is the started piece. I already have the picture sketched out. Next time I do one of these videos, I'll probably have everything. I'll probably show the process of sketching and then inking them. The pen I'm using right now is called the Leaky Larry, and I find that I like it. It kind of emulates using a traditional inker in a way. This one's really big, so it kind of looks a bit sloppy, but I kind of like the thing it's going for. And it pretty much kind of emulates if you were to ink something traditionally and scan it, the lines would kind of end up looking like this if you zoomed into them. And I find that I like it a lot because I've been using the G pen normally, but I've been starting to get bored of it. I feel like it's been making my art look a bit boring and hackneyed in a way. And I think it's good to just go ahead and just play around with a bunch of brushes that you find on the internet, whether you pay for them or whether people are just give them out. But yeah. I'll just go ahead and start drawing this. So, the Don't Starve Together theme, if you've seen the art of it, it's pretty much kind of Tim Burton kind of style. You have this scratchy kind of line art, very not mute, but the colors are, they're pretty mute. They're pretty how would I explain them? They follow their own tone. It's very Tim Burton-esque, and I kind of wanted to go for that with my picture, except with a bit more saturation. Because I do really appreciate the Don't Starve art style. I love it a lot. But for my art, I like to go a little bit higher with the colors, just for my own aesthetic. And so, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll probably speed up certain parts of the video if I stop talking, but yeah, I'll start getting into the drawing. The program I'm using, by the way, is Clip Studio Paint. There's actually an updated version. I haven't updated it yet. where the theme is darker. I just haven't gotten around to it. I don't know why I haven't done it. I think I've just been too lazy. Yeah, I just start coloring, or not coloring, inking it. Sorry, I felt a bit sniffly. It's pretty cold. I have the heater on, and I don't know if it's like leaking through the mic, but oh well. So this is the horn I want to get into. I think his horns are actually smaller than this, but I'm gonna go with this size because I like it. And don't be afraid to like, because on my other screen I have like reference of other artists that I like to use for reference of their inking styles, and it's not necessarily like, I don't think, how do I explain this? It's okay to use people as reference, in my opinion, especially with artists that you admire. And there's an artist in particular, I won't name them just because of privacy reasons, or I don't know if it's privacy reasons, but that's not really important. But it's pretty much just find people that you enjoy different parts of their work with, and you can just like Frankenstein it into your own style. I've already like somewhat found my style, but it's always nice to like branch out into new, or I don't know what I'm saying. It's always good to branch out into different kinds of styles. Always try for new things. That's how you keep on your toes, and that's how you keep from getting bored and comfortable with your art. So I'm trying to go for, I usually keep my line art pretty clean and pretty closed, but lately I've been trying to go for more like looser traditional inked, like some parts have been open, gapped for coloring. And the reason why I usually just like close all my lines is because I like to use the fill bucket tool because I am lazy sometimes with my art, and I don't like to just like trace all the parts of the outline and color them in. But lately I've been feeling less lazy and more adventurous. So this character is, I think he's a goat, but I think they call him a Capricorn. I'm still very, like, despite playing Don't Starve a lot, I'm still learning a bunch of things. I really like this game a lot. It's very addicting, especially when you have good friends to play with. I only have one friend that I play with in particular, but it's still a good time, especially when you have random people come into the worlds and just like goof around and contribute to the game. I've like play with one person consistently, but depending on what world I'm in, there are people that we have repeaters come and help us out, and it's a lot of fun. Alright, so that's not coming out nice. So, that was gross. He has like a bunch of like fur sticking out from his shoulders. And it's okay if you don't like stick with your reference all the way. Obviously mine isn't gonna look like this, but it's good to always have like something to look at, just like to take pieces from. Because I really like the parts that are black are very black, like it's just nothing but ink, and I think that's pretty cool. It's just like you can make a picture with like minimal ink and also a bunch of like blocky tones. Okay, so we're gonna draw. There's like a little, I don't know what you call it. I guess it's like a bow tie. There's a specific name for this type of bow tie, but I can't think of it. So I'm gonna get to his arm. It's a bit messy, but it's okay. I'm still experimenting with this kind of style, I guess you would call it. He actually has black hands, but for some reason the transparency of the image made it so that his hands don't show. Which is fine. But he has black hands. I should probably get a reference of like a fancy plate. So I don't really like this fur sticking out right there. It kind of looks weird. So we're just gonna erase that a bit. Make him look a little bit more fuzzy. He wears kind of like a vest because he has hair. He has a hunchback, I've noticed, and so he has like extra hair sitting back here. So it's that. I'll just finish off his head back there. Then we're gonna draw the silver, not silver. I keep saying silver. Porcelain platter. Should probably follow perspective. Let's do that. So what we're gonna use is the perspective tool, perspective ruler, and we're just gonna, oops, gonna make the perspective with that plate. What I can do is I think this will work. I can get the shekel tool and just do that. Yeah. But that came out wrong. That came out weird. I'm very not used to using crud. I forget that you have to double tap it. There we go. Oops, I didn't put that on another layer. Okay, so what I like to do sometimes is I like to have 2 layers for line art. And for that reason, I can like erase more easily with if I like want to make a stroke over another stroke, I won't have to erase the other stroke. That's over it. So like this. So I have this stroke over this, and I can erase this without affecting the line art underneath it. This is just going to be kind of a sketch, so I'll just lower the opacity on that one. And then I'm going to follow the perspective of this to do the outline of the plate. And it has kind of like a floral ridges, soft, rounded edges. So I'm just going to follow an outline with that. I don't really need to do this part because the jelly roll is going to be over it, but I'll do it anyway. Just to keep everything in check. Actually, that's fine. So I'm going to delete that. Maybe I'll keep that actually. I'll put that underneath there with the sketches. And then we're going to draw the jelly roll, which is right here. So we're going to zoom in and get the jelly roll. This is going to be pretty simple to do. The Canon one doesn't really have like aesthetics, or not aesthetics, but like accents with like strawberries and all that, but I think I'm going to add that to it just to make it look cuter. Kind of looks like a little burrito. Just made it a little bit lumpy, which is fine. Which is okay. That's what I'm going for. Now we're going to erase this underneath it. So it's there. And then we're going to do the inner circle, inner rim of the platter. Man, it's very warm in this room. The heater got a little bit too powerful. And there we go. I don't like his thumb sticking up there. I thought the plate was going to be taller, but I was wrong. But, so we're going to get his thumb down here, so now it's touching the plate. I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow. Nice. And then, the interior, we do the jelly roll part. The jelly. Oops. Here's the jelly for our jelly roll. And put like a little strawberry. And actually, put whipped cream on it with the strawberry on top. I think that would be cute. There we go. And then we'll put a little bit of strawberry indented into the whipped cream. It's okay. And then just put a little bit of seeds on it. Actually, you don't stick in a strawberry that way, huh? You stick in the strawberry from the top to the bottom. As you can tell, I'm not a baker. I'm not a pastry chef. I don't do this stuff. I just draw pictures. But it's always good to have a reference. It's always good to keep knowledge on a bunch of things, especially when you're an artist. You need to know a lot of stuff. There's the jelly roll. So we're halfway there. Sorry if I'm going fast. I tend to draw a lot faster than usual. Or I am a fast drawer, artist in general. So if it's too fast for you, you can always rewind and stuff. And there's this other bouton. Oops. I should probably just use this tool instead of using Navigator. So we're going to use this other part of his vest. Beep. Open that up to show his fluffiness. His fur. I'm going to erase that. We're going to do the inside, the other side of the vest. His little flaps on the vest. We'll do that. And now we're going to do his other arm. So there's his fluffiness of his arm. Don't be afraid to experiment with long strokes. I think they're better for you in the long run. Instead of just like going beep, 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 beep. It'll make your lines look very hairy unless you have like a character that's supposed to be like that. But it's, I find it more appealing when character line art is done with long strokes, and then depending on parts that have short strokes, then those are appropriate. So we're gonna do his little goat legs. Can't even see them. But they're just lipsticks. Kinda looks like, if you watch Promare, it looks like the suit that Leo wears. His fire burnish, his mad burnish outfit. His legs kind of have like this like stickness to it. And that's what Billy's legs look like. I know Promare isn't the first people to do this kind of design, but I know it's the most recent and one of the more popular ones to reference. Does he have a tail? I wonder. I have to go look that up. Does Billy have a tail? Billy, don't starve together. Billy has a little tail. I'm gonna just create from clipboard. There is Billy's little tail. And there you can see his legs better. there's the line art for Billy. Oops. Ha ha ha. Delete the sketch. Now we can move on to the colors. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab his colors and I'm gonna move back to, oops, I keep moving the pen back, accident. Move back to the G pen and do a quick little outline of him. Oops. So I have this on refer to other layers, and that's usually what I do when I want to color a certain part of him, but I'm gonna put it back to refer to edited layer only, so that it colors only on this specific layer and it doesn't mind the line art at all. So what I do is I click the lock transparent pixels, so that when I color, it won't color outside of the line art, or outside of the colors that I already have put. So I'm just gonna select more parts of him. I kind of want to saturate this a little bit more, so I'm gonna do that. You can see all the JPEG pixels. That's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do Alt and then delete, or Alt back. Looks like I missed a part. It's also good to check that you have everything. I'm just gonna erase some parts of the colors that bleed out of the line art. And yeah, there we go. So now we're gonna select him. His cream color became a lot more yellow, which is fine. I wonder if I can go for this color. Doesn't look very good. At least not to me. So we're gonna do that. And there's our flat colors. I'm not quite too fond of these colors, so what I'm going to do is I can kind of make the colors more uniform with a little trick. So I'm going to color, what I did, I just copied the layer, the same layer. So I'm going to Control C, and then, oops, not yet. Control C, Control V, and then there's the copy version of the color layer. And then I'm going to pick pink, and I'm going to do Alt and then delete, or Alt back, and that makes it pink. Then I'm going to go to the settings, and I'm going to do color. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower them, and then that makes the colors look a bit more uniform. I might change it to multiply. I kind of like that more than that. Wait, let's do a mixture of color and multiply. No, actually color looks nice too. We can always like change the color too, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Control U, and I'm going to just cycle through the colors to see what I like the most. I'm kind of leaning towards this one. Yellow always looks nice, but I'm just a sucker for warm aesthetics too. So I'm gonna do this purple, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to select the yellow and the reds. I'm gonna delete that. Not a fan. Let's try the cream color. Yeah, kind of looks weird. That's odd. Doesn't always work. I think I'll stick to this one. And it makes the colors look a bit more uniform. Colors are already kind of uniform. They're all kind of following a yellow theme, except for the jelly roll. It kind of looks like it's going its own way. So I might just edit the jelly roll instead of the rest of Billy. So we're gonna select all of the jelly roll and do that, and then I'm gonna do color, and then I think just play around with that. I think that looks fine. Now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do some cell shading. And right here, I kind of like this contrast between warm and cool on Coraline's face, so I'm gonna go for that one. So I'm gonna do another layer on top of it. I'm gonna do multiply, and that's how I do my shading. So the shadows, I'm gonna go for a blue, and I edit the shadows later just because sometimes not all of the picture looks nice with the blue, so I can just like go into the colors individually and just like edit them. Gonna change the whipped cream color too. I'm gonna make it similar to the fur there, around there, like that. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that trick that I was doing before. I could just take all of the line art, and then I'm gonna color it because I want to go for a warm contrast. So I'm gonna turn it red, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select everything that isn't the shading, and then select invert, and then delete it. Oops, not delete that. I'm gonna delete the red, and then what I'm gonna do is gonna blur that, and there it makes it look kind of like a warm against cool, but because the red is so stark, I might have to use a yellow, or I can just do that and don't listen to me. Or I can make the shadows a bit darker. Let's see. I'm still experimenting with myself, so sometimes I'm not always right. Let's delete that. No. That could work for something, but not for this picture, I don't think so. But yeah, I think I like this. I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Snow is a little jelly tart. I'm gonna see if it works, if the white works without the red. Yeah, I think it works. To me, it looks okay. To you, it may not. Art is subjective. But I'm gonna make this look more like a medallion. It's coming out purple, which is fine. Now I'm gonna do some highlights. So I'm gonna go with a nice little yellow color, and I'm gonna do that first eyes. I don't like that. Yeah, and I'm gonna do the little medallion. I'm gonna do a little shine on the strawberry and the horns. Now this is just like an aesthetic choice. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing. This is just how I like to do it. This is how I do it. And then what I like to do is I like to go back into the line art and mess with the colors a little bit. So just gonna make that like that. It's not gonna touch the shadow part because I think that looks cool without it. Gonna make the line art of the fur outline of the line art blue. So I think that looks neat. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna turn it into not that color, to a red. I'm gonna make this a bit shinier because I think that's cool. Maybe some shine on the outside. Put some shine up here. And then I'm gonna color outline line with the whipped cream. And do that. Take that. And do that. I'm gonna take the jelly and I'm just gonna color it all. I forgot to put some shine on the platter. Yeah, I agree with this. Sometimes I like to go a bit hard with shines. You don't have to. So that's the line art. Put a little bit of a highlight on the outside of the line art. So we're gonna do that. And then just get some shapes in there. And then I select all the colors and then go back to that and then delete the outside of that. Save the picture. And then just make it look a bit more fine. There's Billy. What I like to do sometimes is I like to do like a little bit of a simplified vignette background. So I'm just gonna get some reference of the Gorge from Don't Starve. And I'm gonna use that picture. And I'm gonna put it in here. Oh, I put it in the wrong one, which is fine. So the Gorge has like this cobblestone area, so we're gonna put some cobblestones underneath him. So what I like to do is I'm gonna do this polyline tool and then put that design underneath him and then probably make it more saturated. I'm gonna make a cobblestone pattern. I don't like that one. I don't like that either. Yeah, I agree with this. So we're just gonna do like little soccer ball hexagons, just sloppily done. And then do some more detail a little bit maybe. Just put some of that in there. Just put some little doots. I think I'm gonna go back to my Lingularity and just put some black on it to make it look a little bit more fun. And then make it stick up a little bit more. These cobblestones are messy. Here we have the flooring. Just put like little grass kind of lines sticking out between the stones. And I'll put like this blue as like the background. Let's see how that looks. Looks alright. Make it darker. Let's put some like this color. Maybe more of a red. It's like showing the light source a bit. so there is my Billy from Don't Starve Together, the Gorge. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more of these, please do let me know down in the comments. I will be uploading the full picture and linking it down below in the description. I'll probably be doing more videos like this in the future. This was more of like an experiment, so I'm sorry if I felt a bit more unsure, seemed more unsure while recording this. But if you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content, do subscribe. I would appreciate it. And yeah, I hope to see you next time, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, good rest of your night, good rest of whatever. And I'll see you guys later.